Oh, hey, everybody. I'm Whitney Ullman, and I'm very excited to have comedian Rita Rudner on the show today. Now, she's going to be performing at Live Casino Hotel in Philadelphia next Friday, April 28th. And I love those flowers, Rita. Are they for me?
Then not only are they not for you, they're fake.
They're fake. Oh, man. See?
But are they pretty? I keep
They
them
are.
on my table. I don't have to water them. And it's good. I went to Home Goods. It's the little thing I said, 5.99. I'm in.
Exactly. I'm totally with you. And the fake flowers are for me also, or an edible arrangement. I'm all about that as well.
Good. That's good. I like the edible arrangements. But the chocolate strawberries get a little soggy. So I think we're gonna
Oh,
have to rethink them. But
okay.
as as problems go, that's a good one.
That is a good problem to have. You're right. Because even so, they're still good. But no, I totally get it.
Yes.
So, okay. So, Rita, there's so much. I mean, first of all, you have been doing this for a long time. You are literally the longest running solo female comedy show in Las Vegas. You have sold over 2 million tickets. And now you're back here in Pennsylvania. I know you've been here before. You'll be in Philadelphia. Can you talk to us about your show and what can fans expect this time around?
Yes. Well, I'm coming to Philadelphia. I'm going to be doing all my jokes in a row. I will probably be wearing pink. I've got a lot of new jokes because, as you can see, my life is consumed by me and technology and not being able to work anything. My daughter is in college, which is glorifying and upsetting at the same time. She's going someplace tonight. I have no idea with, I don't know with whom. But anyway, so that's fine. And I've written a new book, which is because you
Yes.
have to do something during the pandemic. And I figure, why not write a book? So I wrote one,
Got it.
and it's my autobiography. And I said I called it My Life in Dog Years because I connected it to my 5 dogs. And let me see, what else will they be experiencing? They'll be experiencing lots of jokes about men and about women
Okay.
and about life, because life is not easy on this planet at this point. I think you'll agree.
I
Even
definitely agree.
flushing a toilet at an airport involves things I don't understand.
You're right.
So let's just
It's so
go from
complicated.
there.
Yeah,
I
even
know. All of
washing
a
your
sudden, I'm
hands.
waving. I'm doing things. I'm
I know.
I'm doing yoga, trying to figure out: do I press something? Do I do ballet? What do I do here? So I think just waking up in the morning is good material for me these days.
It really is. And I completely agree with you. And you have to wave your hand and it doesn't work. And you can't even press a button if you want because you have to wave your hand and nothing's working. It's very frustrating. I
See,
totally
and
get it.
and all of a sudden, toilets are flushing everywhere, and I haven't pushed anything, and I don't know what's going on. I was standing there, the toilet started flushing. I just thought, well, maybe it's right. Maybe I already went. I should just go. I really, all
Very
of a sudden,
confusing.
I'm walking in the airport. I'm seeing they're selling suitcases in an airport. I'm thinking, how do the people get on the plane without the suitcase? That's the
You're
height
right.
of procrastination. I guess I need a suitcase. So anyway, anything you go through is going to end up in my act, and we can all relate to things that are happening in our lives.
It's so true. And I have bought a suitcase from the airport before. That's what's so embarrassing.
How did you get to the airport?
I know I had one with me and I feel like I had like a small bag with me. And then there was this really cute giraffe kind of style suitcase. And I'm like, I have to get that. It's so cute. So then I put my other bag in that bag and then I was able to transport it.
You are my kind of gal because if I see something pink, I buy it. I don't care what it is. I'm wearing orange, but that's because I went to Marshalls today because I had nothing to wear because I'm not home, and
Oh,
I'm my husband and I have been playing. We try to play golf periodically, and then we get frustrated and we don't play for about 20 years, and then we play again. So I just had bad T-shirts, but you deserve more than that. So I got this. It was $188 down to 39.99. Yeah, so I'm
oh,
very excited about that, but I have the wrong lipstick on. I'm sorry.
no, you look beautiful. And you know what's crazy? I was on TV this morning and I wore pink, and everyone's like, that's your colors. I had this beautiful hot pink. Now I feel like I should have wore it for this interview.
No, because you're beautiful the way you are, but pink does enliven everyone. I figure even a corpse will look better if they're wearing pink.
You know what? I think you're not wrong. I like it.
See, nothing can go wrong when you're wearing pink.
I love that. Pink's my color too. I love it. So, oh my God, I'm pink nails.
There
Yes.
we go. Yes.
Yes.
Pink
Okay. Well,
ring.
then
I'm pinky.
you're pink. Okay. I like that. So, do you have any other projects? I know you have so much going on right now between the book and traveling for comedy. Any other fun projects? Any TV?
I was just on an episode of Magnum P.I, which I call Magnum
Ooh.
Pie. So it aired a couple weeks ago, but if you go on Peacock and press some buttons, you can see it's streaming somewhere on the cloud, which I don't understand either. So yes, and they really, it's very strange because they called me up and wrote this part for me, and it was about a woman who was really loved her dog and was holding a funeral, huge funeral for her dog in her backyard. And I love dogs. So I said yes. And they flew me to Honolulu and I did that part. And now I have another TV project, but it's in its infant stages. So I can't really talk about it yet, but
Okay.
it's new and it's exciting. That's all I'm going to say. And I have a
Ooh.
very good co-star that I'm working with right now. So we'll see what happens. But I always have something. Also, I have a daughter who is in music school and she has her band is live streaming tomorrow, but you don't have to watch that because she's not your daughter.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, that's so nice. And you're proud of her. So that's good. I like it.
Her name is Molly Bergman, and she's really good. And that's all I have to say. And she didn't want to be a comedian, even better, because I'm a
Yeah.
comedian. I think you can, like, show business is okay because I understand the ins and outs. And she's seen, not everybody says yes. People say no. You keep having to go on. But
Hmm.
when you're doing the exact same thing as your mother did, I don't think that's ever a good thing. But maybe people are out there doing the exact same thing, and I've just said something bad about them. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I think you're right. I think for the most part, people like to do their own thing or live their own life. Most people don't follow in the footsteps, but it depends. If it's a family business or something, you never know how that goes.
Yeah, well, I had to follow. All I had to do was to better my father was to keep my teeth and stay out of jail. So I did both of those things, and I'm very happy about that. But he didn't set a high bar.
Oh God. Well, speaking of what you were saying about, people go through yeses and a lot of no's and a lot of brick walls, and you've had a lot of success. Can you tell us a story where someone said no to you and then they regretted it, or something someone said no to you and you were like, oh, I wish they would have said yes. That could have been me.
Well, I do have a good story in my book, which is about a boyfriend that I had, and we were getting along very well, and everything was going on. And one day he called me up and said, "We have to break up." And I said, "Oh, really?" And he said, "Yes, because this is getting too serious, and I can never marry you because you're Jewish." And I
Um,
said, "Oh, really? Well, you're kidding, right?" And he said, "No, I can't ever marry anybody." I think, and he just kept going on. And I said, "Well, bye."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
I don't need you
what do you
anyway
say to
then.
that?
I know.
I'm upset that you're like this, but who wants to be with you anyway if you're like this? So, I guess it was maybe, let's see, I was maybe 20 years later. I was performing in Las Vegas and I had my own showroom and I had a VIP line where people had to pay extra to meet me and say hello and take a picture with me. And he was in the line.
Wow. Wow.
And he had to pay extra and to say hello to me. And he gave me his card to see if I ever wanted to call him again and asked me if I was still married. And I said, "Oh, yes," very happily.
Mhm.
So that was kind of satisfying. I think you could understand.
It makes you, yes, I 100% totally get it. As you can
Because
see,
you
I have
always
my
say,
misses.
yeah, you always go, "One day I'll be famous and they'll regret it." Well, it really happened.
It really happened. Yes. Well, good for
Yeah.
you. You showed
Oh,
him. I'm
by the
like,
way, I said, by the way, still Jewish. Yeah.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it's weird.
Nothing
I
has
know.
changed.
Exactly. I'm Jewish as well, so I totally get it.
They,
So
isn't it? It was just weird. Some people they have this thing, but
when I was younger, I remember this one guy used to say he doesn't like Jewish people, and then he said to me, "But you're cool. I like you." And that
oh
always
my
stuck with me.
God.
And I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, it's just funny the preconceived notions people have, and they don't like you. Just the Jewish thing just throws people off. It's weird.
Yeah, so that was super weird. So then I guess I don't know if anybody ever regretted it, but I always think that it's good to try things and whatever, even if you fail, you've learned something from what you did. And
Yeah.
I try in my book to say the mistakes I've made and the things that I've done right. And I think the things that I've done right is I keep taking chances.
Yeah.
And like when they called me up and said, "Do you want to?" They called me up and said, Harry Reid. I was doing benefits for him when I was in Las Vegas, and he was Senator Reid. And then he wanted me to do a big benefit for Barack Obama in Las Vegas. And I don't do any political material ever because I don't want people to get angry when they come see me. And it's just a hostile word. I just talk about things we can all agree on and relate to. In my life, it's different, but in my act, that's what I do. And I said yes. And it was at Caesar's Palace. And it was me, Bette Midler, and Sheryl Crow.
Oh my God.
And I was the MC, and it was, I don't know, 3,000 people. And Martin, my husband, helped me write political material, and it was for Barack Obama, and just sitting right in front of me. And it was really scary, but I was happy. When sometimes you just have to go out on a limb and try new things, and it helps you do something later on that will not be quite as scary as that was.
Was there any fun behind the scenes story? Did you get to meet Barack Obama?
Okay, I have a good story. Yes, because I really wanted to meet Barack Obama. And then my daughter was about 7 or 8 years old at that point. And I said, when they asked me to do it, and Senator Reid called and asked me to do it, I said, can my daughter meet the president? And he said, yes. So when it came time to meet President Obama, they said, come backstage. He's waiting over here with Bette and Sheryl. And I said, wait a second, I have to go get my daughter, Molly. And they said, well, she hasn't been vetted. You've been vetted. And I said, well, you know why she hasn't been vetted? She's 7. Yeah. I don't think she's done anything that is vettable. And they said, well, I'm going to have to go to head of security. And I stood my ground, Whitney. I said, well, I'm doing a big, big benefit for 3,000 people. And all I asked was that my daughter be able to meet the president. So maybe you should go and figure that out before anything else happens. And they did. And I have a wonderful picture of Barack Obama shaking my daughter Molly's hand. And he said, you'll have to come over and play with my daughters at the White House. We have a brand new playground. And Molly said, oh, okay. And then he left, and Molly said, Mom, when are we going to the White House? And I said, he is a very nice man. We respect him a lot. He's a politician.
Yeah, exactly. I know, exactly. I was just thinking that too. Like, good. Yeah, get his number and text them when you're coming.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be calling Sasha and Malia for play dates anytime soon. So she learned very quickly. But it was a really fun experience, and I'm glad I did that. So that was a toughie. So I think, even writing movies, that was very going out on a limb because I'd never written movies before. And Martin and I started writing movies and had a few made. So I just think you have to keep trying new things. That's why I always put new jokes in my act. Because I always have people that come back so often, and I always want to have at least 20 minutes of new material and jiggling the old material around. And then if anyone wants a favorite, I always ask for questions at the end of my act so people can say, do the pillows, and I go, okay, I'll do pillows. So I'm like Frank Sinatra, only I have jokes.
Oh my God, that's great though. I love that. That's cool.
I'm very accommodating. If I remember the joke, I'll tell it to you.
Okay, that's awesome. I think that's great too, because you build your fan base over the years, and so many people are coming to see you. So it is good to be able to have some new content when you need it.
Of course, and I don't want to bore myself. Look, my ear rejected it, but it's back now.
It's better. Like okay.
When you get a new kidney, sometimes it gets rejected.
You just have to recirculate it. That's cool. So you keep.
I can't hear you. I can't.
Oh no. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh no. Oh, well, you know what's happening?
Oh, yeah. What?
That's so funny. We have Alexa. Oh, I can't say. We have Alexa here, and she just thought I was asking her a question.
Oh, that's hilarious. And that kind of interrupted.
Alexa, be quiet. There. Let me see if she says anything. Okay, she's quiet now.
Okay.
I didn't realize that Alexa was going to join in. I always say women are much more accommodating, and then that's why they named the household robot Alexa and not Bob.
That's so true. 100% true. Oh my gosh, please. I wish I could do a comedy routine with men and women differences, because that's how my husband.
It doesn't stop. Let me tell you, we're celebrating 35 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
June. Yes.
So great. Up. June what?
Just every pardon?
June, which day in June?
Oh, June 27th. And June 27th? No, that's my daughter's birthday. June 24th. I always get those two mixed up. Okay. June 24th is June 27th is Molly's birthday. But it's good because every 5 years I get a present.
I love it. Oh, good. Well, see, my husband and I are celebrating 20 years. June 22nd is our anniversary. And
Oh,
I'm waiting for my upgrade. So we'll see. But that won't
I
be
got
till
a good upgrade a few years ago.
oh,
So
yeah.
we'll
Look
see
at
what
that.
happens.
Yes.
Every 5 years, something sparkles.
Ooh, I like that. Yes, I'm going to tell him that you said that. So yeah, I know you've been
You're
married for
due.
35 years. I am too. Thank
Mm,
you. That's what I'm saying. 20 years with
mm.
him. I deserve something.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't even know him, and I think you deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you. So, okay, so you've been married for 35 years, but I love to ask this question. If you were not married, do you have a celebrity crush? Like, who do you really like right now?
I was always very partial to Bruce Springsteen.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, but I just, I think that it's good that he married Patty.
Hmm.
And I was actually living on the same street when I moved to LA for the first time. I rented a teeny little apartment that was attached to a big house. And
Okay.
Bruce Springsteen had just married Julianne Phillips. And that's how
Oh.
long ago it was. And he would just go up the thing, and I would just watch and see when he was going down the mountain in his car. But I don't know. Currently, I just don't think there are a lot of people who, currently I'm into newscasters. And so
That's funny. That's cool
let's see,
though.
I think I know. I think I've grown up. I think but who's a good newscaster? I don't know. Not Anderson Cooper, although if he were a different persuasion, he might be somebody I
Yeah.
admire.
Okay, I like that. Do you have any fun? Do you watch any reality shows right now? Do you have a reality show guilty pleasure?
Yes, below deck sailing yacht.
Oh, yes. I bet you're a Captain Lee fan.
I love Captain Lee, but Captain Glen is on
Captain
now, and
Glenn.
he
Yes.
just reminds me of like an old science teacher I used to have, where he was totally
Oh,
unflappable, and he's just adorable. So everybody has to watch a Below Deck Sailing Yacht, but because now my husband and I, we just go, Below Deck is on tonight. We're so
yes.
excited. So yes, and also the very special episode of Magnum P.I. that I was on is very good for a lot of people to watch.
I won't tell them. I'm Peacock. I'll make sure to let them know. So, with Below Deck Sailing Yacht, do you like the whole Daisy and Gary couples thing? Do you think they should be together?
Yes, not only no one should ever be with Gary, but he's never. You can tell. I mean, he's never going to be faithful ever. But I did a cruise for Oprah, and Oprah did a
Oh,
special cruise to Alaska where she invited me to tell jokes and a lot of people from her magazine, and it was all Oprah people, and we all did a thing. And I did a lecture, or I listened to an Oprah lecture, and one of the things that she said always stuck with me, and it's you have to listen to whispers because before something goes wrong, there are always whispers that it's going to go wrong. So if there ever was anybody whispering, it's Gary.
yeah. Oh my God. This is great. I
Something's
never.
always gonna go wrong. He's already whispered to Daisy enough. It's not gonna work.
Oh, good. I'll make sure that they know that. I don't know. Yes, Rita, we like your advice. That's cool. What about like style? If you could trade places with any celebrity's closet, who would it be?
Let's see. I think Nicole Kidman. There's
Ooh, I love
nothing
her.
wrong with the things Nicole Kidman wears, and there's nothing wrong with Keith Urban either.
Oh no. Listen, I hear you on that one.
So I think the whole package that she is into with Keith Urban and the clothes and whatever makeup she's using, I could go for all of that.
Speaking of that, I mean, you look fabulous. Do you have a
Oh,
skincare
good.
routine?
No, whatever's on Instagram that
Okay.
looked, I pressed the button, and I think
Me
that
too.
I'm using something called this today was Blur. I bought Blur. I don't even know what it is, but I took the test online and I got almost the right color, but who
Oh,
cares?
it looks
So,
good.
and thank you, it's got sunscreen in it.
Yeah.
And I just go and I just press buttons. Whatever happens and whatever comes in the mail, I enjoy.
See, I like that. I like when they give you ads that are kind of geared towards what you look for because then it makes it easier. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I like that. I'm going to get it.
They do that with clothes to me. See, people go, I don't like all these. What's it called?
Targeted
When
ads or
yeah,
spam.
but there's the fancy word. let's think of the fancy word, Whitney.
Okay,
What's the
yeah, let's think
fancy
of it.
word?
I know.
Algorithm. I like
Algorithm, yes.
algorithm.
Yes.
I like them because then I don't waste time with things I don't like.
I know. That's how I like it too. Good. I'm glad we
People
agree.
go, they have my algorithm. Yeah, good. You're
Yeah.
giving me dresses for older women. That's me.
I'm thinking that Blur product, is that from the UK? Is it a UK based? Because I feel like I
I
saw that.
go, I go and I get it, but I can't remember. I think
Oh,
it's, oh,
it's okay.
I
We'll
can't,
find it. We'll
I
find it.
can't. Okay, this is my daughter last night. Wait, she did her concert and she's really
Oh,
cute.
wow. Oh my God, she's beautiful.
She's
Oh,
really
wow.
beautiful and she's cute. And she did it was her country band. She's in a country band and she wrote
Oh
three
my
songs for the
God.
country band. Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, you'll have to have her contact me, and I would love to do an interview with her as well. I'll put the word out there, especially in Atlantic City.
She's doing a 70s show. Okay, that's good. You're good. She's really funny. I'm not, she's not funny. I'm funny. She's talented. I'm
She's
funny. She's
talented.
talented.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and she's 20. And she's 20.
so cute. I love it. Well, at the end, I'll give you my info. And also, I saw that you were doing a show with Louie Anderson, of course, before he passed, but I think he passed away before you could do the show. Were you good friends with him?
I loved Louis, and Louis is still in my life all the time. Every day I find myself quoting something that Louis said.
Oh,
Louis and I met on the Rodney Dangerfield special,
wow.
which was, I don't know, it must have been maybe 35, 40 years ago. We met
Wow.
on it was the Rodney Dangerfield Young Comedian special, the first one he did. It was me. It's really sad now because it was me, Sam Kinison, Bob Saget, Regis Philbin, Rodney Dangerfield, and I'm still here, but a lot
Yeah.
of the people
Wow.
aren't here. So from then, Louis and I worked together constantly. We worked in Vegas together. We did TV shows together. We were on the road together summer after summer, and he stayed with us at our house. And I have to tell you, I learned so much from him because he was such a natural comedian, and he was just, no one could make me laugh more than Louis when we were on the road together in a car. He was just one of the nicest, funniest people in the world, and I'm so sorry that happened, but hopefully he's in a good place.
Yeah, I hope so too. I was able to meet him one time in Atlantic City and I interviewed him and he was so sweet and so kind and just like it was such a fun interview to talk with him and sit with him in person. So I totally get what you're saying. I mean, I didn't know him on that level, but he just seemed like a
I
great person.
still, I still miss him all the time, and I quote him all the time, and I know he knows I'm doing that.
I love it. And so just to, I guess, wrap things up, who would you want to go on a tour with if you could with a comedian? Is there anybody you think is so funny right now?
Well, let's see. I know people who made me laugh. I did a movie with Richard Lewis. I haven't seen him in a while, but it was really disturbing because he would make me laugh through all the serious scenes.
I don't know.
And there was one scene where I was in a hospital and it was a serious scene and it was called a movie called Weekend in the Country and I was having a baby and everything. And he just made me laugh so hard. The director, who happened to be my husband, Martin, really got angry because we only had rented the hospital for a couple hours.
Oh no.
And we were going overtime because Richard Lewis made me laugh too hard. So I think Richard Lewis is one of those people who make me laugh. One of my good friends, I'm still good friends with, I started with in the comedy world, is Larry Amoros, who used to write for Joan Rivers and now is writing
Wow.
for Barry Manilow and a lot of people. And he's somebody who makes me laugh all the time. So
Okay.
my friends who are comedians, we can still get together and laugh past midnight.
Love it. I love that so much. Is there any advice you'd like to give to any aspiring up and coming comics?
Yes, I think being yourself is the most important thing because you can all of a sudden you can fall into a comedic rhythm where you think it's funny because you've said it like this, and then it's not funny. Don't say it like that. Just say it like, believe what you say and be who
Mhm.
you are, and don't try to be somebody else because whoever you are, you're unique.
I love that. Thank you. Well, we hope to see you at your show at Live Casino in Philadelphia on Friday, April 28th. I know it's going to be an amazing show. So everybody get your tickets. You have a website where we can find information about you, Rita.
Yes, RitaRudner.com, and I'll be wearing pink.
I love it. So wear pink, everybody. Thank you so much for being on the show, Rita.
Thank you for having me.